rest your horse, governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
God, you're insufferable. Just every chance you get, you just say another thing. Not even a moment of silence between. And I have to walk by you every time I enter this place. Doesn't put her anywhere near the, like, potential vampire victim list or anything like that. It's just, stop. Hello. Lower Thames Banks. Where am I? Oh, up here. Let's keep poking around. Still need to figure out a lot of this layout, and who knows what random details you can just find. Aside from item pickups that help your character, you can just keep randomly finding odd items that give you... You can meet obscure NPCs or just find weird items that teach you about them.
I cannot enter.
This door won't open from this side. What about this side? Ta-da! This house is a shit show, as it turns out. Opium. Gonna have to condemn this building as an opium den. That's how that works. Can you hop to other places? Not really. Yes. Oh, it's a safe house. Add this to the list. Hideout, that's what they call them in this game. I never used those resources in the first place. Can I read that? Nope. Come on, there's usually at least one item, one thing I can open up for loot or something in these places. Not even that this time? Unless I'm missing it somewhere. I assume we still don't have it, but I don't pay super close attention. Nope. Good handle parts are still some kind of nebulous material I never find. And I don't have... It's interesting, once you have a weapon you like, especially if that weapon is a two-handed weapon, you don't have a lot of crafting to do weapon-wise a lot of the time. Especially since this game doesn't have any kind of armor. A silver mirror. You can get some rivets. I don't have any rivets. A bottle of alcohol. They give me a bunch of that stuff that I already have a mountain of. And some watches. Also stuff I have a bunch of. Don't have a rivet though. Sure. Everything else I just don't have much reason to take apart, so I might as well hold on to it in case I feel the need to sell it. If there's some money emergency that also hasn't been happening so much. I'll try to keep at least one of everything, just to keep myself in good shape. I forgot to check to see if she needed a checkup. But I don't think she does she? Nope. You're taken care of, you're taken care of, you're taken care of, and I haven't met you yet, I think? Enid Gillingham? She's from this zone somewhere, not to be mixed up with Stella. They have somewhat similar sketches, I guess you could say it. Like that if you did a police sketch of those two characters, it'd be a little hard to tell them apart. How about downstairs, or is that just a broken staircase? Nope, there's a downstairs. Oh, and it's open. The first door I found was the only one I couldn't open in this building, apparently. Otherwise, it's very easy to open everything. Hi. There's more baddies over there, being baddies all over the place. I'm not psyched about my exploration so far. I think I'm getting turned around a lot because there's so many forking branches to look at that I'm almost certainly just losing track of some of my options here. Which is not great for my ability to thoroughly investigate. But if I'm lucky, quests will kind of point me at some of the spots that I missed the first time around. Well, now I'm back at the front door again.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reid.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
We're there right now, aren't we? Yeah. I wonder if she walks around somewhere and the dialogue makes more sense if you find her somewhere else. Because she's like, he must be at the night asylum. You mean the building we're in right now? And earlier in the conversation, he's like, what's a woman like you doing working outside in the night? I'm like, she's indoors. She's in the night asylum right now. We're in the asylum. And both of us said things that reflect us not being here. It was a little odd. It was a wee bit odd. Oh, there's a lot of area to check out around here. And we're looking for Sean, somebody who is a vampire, but otherwise was a good man. Who's probably struggling with himself right now. Old newspaper. The bomb exploded just after dawn in front of Dawson & Dawson Munitions Factory, the largest employer in the district. The detonation smashed the windows of all the factories in North Southwark. It's a miracle only 2 people died in the attack, confirmed Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton.
It's locked.
That's the attack we already know about. They blew up the front of a building, and he was supposed to be just a demonstration / an attack against a place that he thought was vile, but it wasn't supposed to actually affect any human beings. But somebody parked like right there when it went off. And that wasn't supposed to happen. A burnt letter. Miss Paxton, I recently heard that Hampton's shelter for months and money or support of any kind. Without a positive answer from you, I may be. My boys always get what they accepted no for an answer. Keep on refusing to answer me and wet boot boys come. You and your sister. Miss Paxton, I've got additional follow-up questions. This zone's gonna keep me busy. I keep finding so many things. Hello. That might be Sean, actually. But I'm gonna follow up on this real quick.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reid.
Lottie, tell me about the wet boot boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I understand your fight, but the gangs are no joke. Are you sure you're safe?
I can defend myself. My only concern is about Giselle. I'm not sure my sister is able to fight anymore.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Lost your horse, Governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
You're just yelling at me from across the goddamn map. So it's you two, right? So yeah, you two are siblings. And you're antagonizing the local criminal element. Is that her? That is her. She wandered closer. So she wasn't that far away. She's what? Oh, also she's drinking.
People are still working at this time while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
I guess that her belligerence makes a little bit more sense when you know that she's currently probably drunk. Some barriers are coming down. Open the thing. God damn it. Press select to open the folded paper. No, JK. Now go find the folded paper manually. I'm like, God damn it. It's here, right? Yeah. Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from drowning when he fell in the canal. There, I said it. Please forgive me, Lord, for I am just a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I ever had to deal with since I opened my night shelter in the East End. For years, I have tried to understand why this man regularly makes me so irritated, and I think I recently found why. Dyson has stopped fighting. For good and forever. I've met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men and women, rich and poor, young and old. I've witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes they can put a name on this inner evil of theirs. Sometimes they have never been able to identify the real cause of their despair. But in most cases, for these men and women, to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is a useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain they feel so deep inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for a salvation, for the light of Christ. And as long as they wish to see this light, there is a place of hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain, no. I'm now convinced he's conscientiously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is a worse sin, deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or complacently bask in self-destruction. Dyson Delaney. He's not fond of that character. So he doesn't know Dyson's story then, right? So we know Dyson's... Oh, that's it. That we know. We have all of the things done now. Not that I'm really in a... I don't know if I'm in a hurry to kill him. He had an accident in the past. He did kill people, but it is like an accident in the past. He's also just low quality, to be honest. If we're just going to be honest about that. He's never been caught for his crime, and so Sean doesn't know what he did. But he is destroying himself as penance for what he did, because he is not... He's repentant of that.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Have you seen your face? Oh boy.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Oh, is he a skal specifically?
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Also, I only need to eat flesh, not blood. Isn't flesh way more permanent and difficult than blood? You could just drink some blood and like then close somebody back up and they could just like make more. But like flesh is like a much more severe thing to lose. Although he probably means that he's eating corpses.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith, my will is far stronger than his.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
We've established... give a dog a bad name? We've established the idea that skals are slaves, so what if I go there and it's just like, oh, by the way, he's been enslaved by a vampire order, and maybe one of the specific vampires that has been established as being an antagonist to me already, and I just have to deal with that. Is there a door behind that? There's clearly a doorway hiding behind that. It's not even that subtle. Come on, use your vampire senses. Be clever. God damn it. I'm disappointed in you.
I know I promised you I'd make everything right, Mum, but it's not been that simple.
Who else can I find around here? Are there other employees just wandering about? People just leave handfuls of cash lying around. What the hell? Isn't everyone poor? I just keep finding not insignificant amounts of money just lying on the floor. I guess this... is that where some of the workers sleep? I'm surprised that this area is so empty. I guess the beds are all lying around down here. Down in the bottom area. So many items. Got codeine. Trying to keep an eye on the items as they all scroll through, because one of them might be like a letter or something amongst all the other ones. Wow, I got a lot.
It's locked.
It's locked.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Anything cool hiding down here in the generator room? Shillings. Well, shilling, because it's one. And a bunch of bullets and some booze. Those are all good things to keep together. I like to keep my whiskey next to my ammunition. Got some mental ammunition next to my gun ammunition. This is all smart ideas. No things could possibly go wrong with this plan. Oh, now they're just pointing at the same chunk of the map. How convenient. Looks like Giselle Paxton's thieves are going to be right over there. Oh, let's double check around here. They're gonna be, I think I've done that before actually. They're gonna be right, maybe even in the sewers that I'm supposed to check. Maybe I'll get extra lucky and they'll give me a boss with a health bar and everything. Guard of Prewan note, 27th October. Command post to from command post to dock patrols. Object: vampire hunter. Fraud. Avoid. Oh, they're calling. I can guess who this is about. Some of our scouts recently spotted the presence of a certain Ichabod Throgmorton near the East End docks. You'll probably see him patrolling the place at night, claiming that he's a specialist of vampire extermination. The man is a fraud. Not even a real con man. Or he does not charge anybody for the work, but he clearly has no clue what he's talking about. If he ever approaches you for some joined hunter collaboration, refuse and let him go. In a leech fight, the man is nothing more than bait. Hey, bait plays a role too. So he's just hype on people's attention. He's like the guy from the second Harry Potter book, basically. Except that guy profited off of it more. Let's see how long it takes for him to notice. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky hat. Yum, 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 yum. I don't think he was ever going to turn around. I think he was just going to keep staring there. He eventually started turning around, but I think it was because I was approaching. They want to give you the full spectrum of people. Oopsie. Hi there. How you guys doing? Oopsie. There we go. They kind of give you the full spectrum of people to potentially judge if you're being a judgy vampire. Like here's a fraud that is probably selling snake oil salesmen and
stolen money. Prewan has some unethical ways of financing their war.
They really actually did steal their money. Like some people, there's some people that might be selling like fake health tonics to profit off of the disease, and they're profiting off of people desperately trying to seek aid. And then you got people like him that are just like trying to pretend to be helpful and pretend to be heroes for the sake of fame and acceptance, I guess. An acknowledgement that is undue, but isn't actually taking anything from people. Unless they believe that he can help, and then he doesn't actually help correctly, and then somebody gets killed, I suppose. You get the special attention. Oh shit, stop that. Haha, that guy exploded. He's dead. Yes, he is. He's super dead. It doesn't get much more dead than that, honestly. Ow. Yeah, how effective is that staff and your religion repellent when you have no other allies to help you anymore? Whoops. I guess we'll just go right in there. Yeah. Let's check out another sewer dungeon. It's actually another fitting enough comparison to Bloodborne, on top of the whole, like, blood-based healing items and using blood as a way of making everything work, basically. And, you know, the 50 other comparisons you can make is that there's and in addition to the whole, there's a hunt happening on the surface at nighttime, and so on. There's also the thing where they can expand the dungeons underground into the sewers. Although the sewers and other underground areas of Bloodborne are like hilariously expansive. Infinitely, technically. The Chalice dungeons. Which clearly start off vaguely as like sewers and then kind of keep expanding to more and more bizarre settings.
It's locked, all right.
Ah, we're gonna have one of those classic circular dungeons, I think, where after I progress all the way through it, right after the ending, I'll open a door that takes me back to the beginning. Relatively classic, like Elder Scrolls setup.
That doesn't work.
A lot of Elder Scrolls and Fallout areas are like a circle. Like the map is practically a hallway, but the end of the dungeon where you beat the big bad boss or get some cool item or the quest or whatever finishes or whatever, the next door you find will open up to be revealed to be the locked door that was next to the entrance.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Did I just raise the water level? Yep. May have not been the best call. Gives me the ability to warp into that thing so I can go that way if I want to, but I probably want it to be closed for now so I can explore downstairs. Oh. The other one is open, so I'm kind of screwed. Oh, there we go. So the crates are in the way. I know just the solution for this problem. Click. Click. Oh, you can't aim. I don't think they'd let it work actually either. Oh well, I tried. Yeah, that's the 28 stun one. It was worth a shot. Okay, so if I'm gonna get what I want, I'm gonna have to clear that out. Which means I pretty much have to get to the other side. I don't have a bomb, do I? I think I need to go through it on this side, then come back. Once I've cleared out those crates from the other side. Which, oh, I can just walk there right now.
That gate should shut properly now.
I am here to carefully explain this thing to you in case you didn't get it. Ah, I thought we were going to go up these tubes. Or at least it would be an option. But no. Breaking those barrels actually seems to be mandatory. As opposed to like a neat trick / secret. Alright. Wait, did the water level drop even? Was I always able to walk over here? No, it must have dropped. Yeah, that was underwater a little bit last time. Okay, so now can I climb out of the water on this side, or... That one doesn't work. This doesn't open. Why did I do that? Oh, staircase over here. I was genuinely like, what have I accomplished? What's happening? You didn't hear that? Didn't happen. Erase that from your memory. What am I doing here? Ah. They might have mentioned that when I went to that the first time around. Those aren't good sounds. Oh boy. So is the suggestion that he already knows who's doing the actual killings? And he's pointing me towards them? Or is it just gonna turn out to be him and he's just trying to trap me? Definitely some killings happening around here. I worry about how much of the population of this town is left, given the sheer number of bodies you find everywhere all the time. Ew, weird bone effigies. Enter at your own risk. Tons of... Who lights all these candles? Candles don't last forever. A lot of candles, dude. Who keeps disappearing, as if you're trying to lure me into this place you don't want me to go into.
This is despicable.
Hey, rat. Come here. You're gonna affect how well I perform in the next fight.
I believe I'm doing this.
I can super believe it. And I'll do it again.
This is despicable.
Yes. I wonder if the game will like count how many rats you ate at the end. Like that's the one stat they track. Not even the morality of like what the state of the world is in it or how many people you ate. Here's how many rats you ate. And that's what affects which ending you get.